missions do. I picked this game up recently, and I found that it's actually very fun. So we're going to take a look at a mission in the side mode of the game called Raid Mode. Aside from the main campaign, this is a mode where you try to take down hordes of enemies and level up your own guns and equipment. This mode is much more action-heavy than the main campaign, and I actually really like it. There's no story to get in the way. If you just feel like going in and blasting some creatures, this is the mode you want to play. It can also be played online with friends, which can make it even more fun. So this is one of the early missions, and as you can see, the enemies are not difficult to dispatch right now. Everything's level 1, as indicated by their health bar. In the top right of the screen, you can see how many enemies you need to dispatch in order to complete the requirements. Right now I just need to kill enough in order to move on to the next area. Which, these guys are pretty easy, so I'm really just having to use a standard pistol, and that should take care of it. There's other weapons too, like I have a magnum and a shotgun. Now, for any of you not familiar with the Resident Evil Revelations franchise, it's a spin-off. Well, I don't know if I'd call it a spin-off actually. It's a series in the Resident Evil series that, I don't know, it kind of returns to the roots of Resident Evil rather than making the campaign full-on action. Now this mode obviously is full-on action, but the main campaign is a lot of puzzle solving and, atmospheric tension and often slow-moving areas. I really like this game so far. I played the first Resident Evil Revelations for the 3DS and absolutely loved it. It's probably my second favorite Resident Evil game, right after Resident Evil 4, which is my favorite by far. I think that game is very expertly designed, and I don't think any Resident Evil games come close to it, but this is definitely a good game, especially for the $25 that I picked it up for. Now, the original release for this game was in an episodic format. So, each of the 4 episodes that made up the main campaign were released one after the other. Now, I did not buy it in that format. I waited till all of the episodes were released, and then I bought the complete season for $25. I'm not really a fan of the whole episodic release kind of strategy, so I tend to avoid those type of games. just don't really like it. I'd rather just buy the entire game straight up and not have to deal with waiting to finish a part. Like, I understand it's more of a marketing ploy, but that can be frustrating for me. So yeah, as you can see, raid mode is very, you know, very stylistic in terms of arena combat. You know, similar to horde mode from Gears of War 2. Oh, okay, this is a stronger monster. Wasn't very strong though. Still did not take long to dispatch. And for anyone wondering, I'm playing this on the PlayStation 4. As far as the entire game goes, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet. I haven't played enough of the campaign to make a decision like that. But I can definitely upload my thoughts after I complete the game. I might try to go for a platinum trophy if I like the game enough. I'm just finishing off the last bit of enemies in order to get the medal for full clear. 2 more left. And then I'll rush to the exit. So yeah, as you can see, this would definitely be repetitive for people that, you know, aren't really into just mindless action. But again, this mode is completely optional. Raid mode is not a requirement to beat the main campaign. This is a complete diversion, so you can purchase Resident Evil Revelations 2 and never have to touch the game. Oh, there you are. I'll finish you off in style. Boom. Alright, and in the top right you can see 39 out of 39 enemies routed. And we'll go for the clear. And your character levels up between missions. These vinyls are what you collect to unlock new guns. And, you know, these guns can be either strong or weak depending on, well, really just depending on chance. Most of the guns I pick up are very weak right now, though. I'm trying to get to level 23 so that I can have another slot for my weapon holster. So yeah, right here is where you can customize your character. You can pick the different weapons, skills, gestures. You can change your costume even. There are also a variety of different characters you can play as. But these are the only ones I have right now. This is a familiar face for anyone that's played the other Resident Evil games. But yeah, so that's pretty much Resident Evil Revelations in a nutshell. I might upload my thoughts on the full game after I'm finished with it. But as far as raid mode goes, I really think it's fun, and I would highly recommend this game for anyone interested in just, you know, crazy action and co-op with your friends. But that's for raid mode, obviously. The main campaign is a little different. It's got more, it's more slow, got puzzles, and the pacing is much more dialed down. But thanks for tuning in. Remember to subscribe because I upload very frequently. And, yeah, so that's all for today, and stay tuned for another episode of Play SMR.